All right. Apparently, to these great sources in these social media streets, Jim Harbaugh started a trend while we was live last night. Appreciate everybody for watching live. That Jim Harbaugh is gone to the Minnesota Vikings. That is a done deal. Reportedly plans to become the next head coach. So all this started to leak out from very credible sources outside the great social media. We can go through them right now. Let's talk about it. Check out the College Sports playlist for more videos like this. College Sports Talk playlist for more videos like this. And to me, this ain't no surprise. I told y'all when Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator, who left Baltimore to come coach, Michigan left after 1 year to go back to Baltimore to be the DC, and obviously that's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity. But you uproot your family, all right? You uproot your family after 1 year, take them back to Baltimore. Maybe they never left Baltimore. Or maybe he told Mike McDonald, like, you know what, man, it might be a chance that it might be a chance that you know what I'm saying, I might be gone. You know what I'm saying? After 1 year, I'm looking to get up out of here. And he probably like, okay, we figured I'll leave my family there, whatever situation may be. And when he left, I knew that Jim Harbaugh was gone. That's when I 100% knew that Jimmy Boy was gone, right? And this is leaking out basically on signing day, because signing day is today. Now maybe Michigan communicated with all the kids and all the guys that potentially could go and stay, but also he left them. He left them. He left them with a void, because now he didn't make a decision on the quarterback. So now what happened with K McInerney? If somebody come in and say, well, we like JJ McCarthy better. Or if they like Cade over JJ McCarthy, which they crazy, they ain't the guy for the job. What if they like them better? That's crazy. That's crazy. So now not only has he left Michigan and possibly is still think about going to Minnesota because ain't nothing been formally announced, but he leaves Michigan with a decision to make at quarterback. Now now his players got to play with somebody else. Now his recruits that ain't played yet got to play with somebody else. I remember there was a kid from Texas that enrolled early. Crazy, right? Crazy. You just care about the kids because you got people like, I forget who it was. I think it was Dabo Sweeney or people complaining about the kids and NIL money, how they can pick up and make business decisions, but the coaches can pick up and make business decisions like that easily. They can all pick up and make business decisions. But why can't the kids pick up and make business decisions? Why can't the kids do it? So, when you see situations like this, I'm perfectly fine with it. When you see situations like this, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm 100% fine with it. Come on. So I'm all for the kid because they can do stuff like this. They saying breaking news 15 hours ago. Shout out to Wolverine Sports. Jim Harbaugh plans to sign with the Vikings. Chris Ballas of the Wolverine.com. When the university is leaking out information, when they leaking out information to the press And they're not denying that they leaking it out. And they said, we think Harbaugh going, we'd like to get Matt Rhule. Now, I was listening to Jim Harbaugh a little bit this morning on Get Up, and he was saying that Matt Rhule has been terrible in Carolina. And I'm just thinking, I don't watch the games. But I just think, like, they don't have a quarterback. How is that his fault? And Christian McCaffrey being getting injured. You know what I'm saying? So I just think to myself, like, this man fault that all that happened, right? And the defense been playing well, but maybe I don't watch it. Maybe he lose the games with game management. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe I ain't seeing something. I don't watch their games religiously. I'm not a Carolina guy. But like I said before, if Matt Rhule is a good college coach, I'm not mad if they get Matt Rhule. But let me finish on Jim Harbaugh. I'm not mad at Jim Harbaugh leaving. Jim Harbaugh is leaving on the highest note that he can leave on at Michigan, right? They was 2-4 the previous season in the pandemic shortened season. They didn't play Ohio State because they had an outbreak. Fine. But Jim Harbaugh cannot get it done at Michigan. And it's not just a Harbaugh thing, but it is like a big part of the Harbaugh. He's a terrible coach. Even this year, bro, this team, he had lapses where the talent was able to get them over. Like in the Michigan State, it was like 12, 13, 11 points. He ain't a good college football. At least he ain't a good college football coach. In my humble opinion, he sucks as a college football coach. And I think he succeeded in San Francisco. They had a lot of talent in San Francisco. They have a lot of talent in Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota Vikings fans. Shout out to Realistic Randy. They have a lot of talent. No doubt. They have a lot of talent in Minnesota. A tremendous amount of talent. But we'll see if he really that guy. I thought it was more about his staff than it was about his it was about him in Minnesota in San Francisco. Maybe he put another great staff together around them in Minnesota. But what I seen at Michigan, he looked clueless at times. This man looked clueless. He don't know how to make adjustments. His teams come off flat. So you had to give me the bet if he'd be successful in the NFL or not in Minnesota. I'm gonna say not. I'm a bet on the head. But would I be surprised if he, would I be surprised if he came in and did great? No. He might just be one of those guys who are better football coach. But sometimes looking how clueless he looks, given how clueless he looks sometimes on that sideline, looking how he failed to make adjustments, how he's supposed to be this quarterback whisperer. You know what I'm saying? What happened? So he kept resalvaging quarterbacks. He never can get one out the mud. Shea Patterson, Will Spade, Jeff O'Corn. He kept resalvaging these guys. He kept resalvaging quarterbacks. He never was able to recruit a quarterback and they would produce. He recruited these quarterbacks and Joe Milton was just trash. Dylan McCaffrey was just trash at the end of the day. No pun intended. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's just what it was. They wasn't good college quarterbacks. Was he just not recruiting the right guys? I don't think that's what it is. I just think he wasn't good at babying and at growing, fertilizing, and producing quarterbacks. He wasn't good at grooming them. There I go, right there. I found the word. He wasn't good at grooming them. He wasn't good at grooming them. And I think ultimately, he messed up more careers, and that's why he kept trying to get guys out the transfer field. And even he still went with Cade McNamara, a guy that was buried on the depth chart this time 2 seasons ago. He didn't believe in his ability to get McCarthy ready. You know what I'm saying? In the Michigan part of it, the standards are high. The admissions is hard to get in there. That's why Notre Dame trying to fake like a blue blood. The game has changed. What I say live yesterday, 68% But like people get accepted into Alabama. There was you know, that was a method to his madness. With Nick Saban going to Alabama, he can virtually get damn near any player in there. Because the admission standards are so. You go to Michigan, it's the standards are high. Not as high as Notre Dame and Stanford. You know what I'm saying? This is high. Very high. So that's something that people need to look at. That's why, that's why he is he kind of behind the 8 ball. Then they making like each year they top 1 to 3, or at least bare minimum top 5 in grossing money, but they like top 10 or like top 15 in the money they spend in recruiting. Come on. So when you have those high admission standards, you got to pay to play. You got to do extra. And even with those admission standards, it still doesn't excuse him for not being able to find a quarterback. It doesn't excuse him. It doesn't. Because you don't want no dumb quarterback. You better be smart as a quarterback. You don't hear about too many quarterbacks having to go to JUCO route unless they just, I don't know. It's hard. There are cases, I bet you, but it's rare. It's rare. But talking about you see, talk about Jimmy Boy. Who would be a good replacement for Jimmy Boy, right? Who would be the ideal replacement for Jim Harbaugh? Which if you asked me, did he meet expectations at Michigan? No, it was hard to meet expectations. They were very high when he came here. It was very exciting, right? The buy was almost only 1.5 million too. He didn't meet expectations, right? That was high, pretty much to the most point unrealistic for what the program has been the last 21 plus years, something like that. We had one co-national championship with Washington State, I believe, whoever it was we shared it with. So I think he did a good job. Did he, at least, build up the Michigan's, reasonable and realistic wish list? No, he didn't, because he didn't beat Ohio State multiple times. He beat them once and got out of there. So at the end of the day, the bar is still set low by Jim Harbaugh. But I appreciate him for coming here. But talking about the guys that they should hire, it's a very quick and short list, and it's going to require a lot of money. First guy you go out there is a guy the Detroit Lions target is Matt Campbell. He coaches at Iowa State. Apparently, he's 42 years old. It's hard to get him out of Iowa State. He's done a lot with less at Iowa State, right? He was the Toledo Rockets head coach from 2011 to 2015. From 2015, he has been coaching Iowa. Now he's been courted by a lot of teams have been trying to get him. Well, you need a Lincoln Riley type of deal to get him to Michigan. It may not be that deal per se. Now was a monster deal, but he's young. And I would pay him a hell of money to come from Ames and get up here. Michigan got it. If UFC got it, Michigan got it. So this would probably be this dude probably one on my list. Matt Campbell by far. Plug him in Michigan, give him some time. And Michigan has shown the willingness to go outside the Michigan men network, because there ain't too many great Michigan men anymore in the football game they coach. Don't be surprised they don't shoot their shot at Tom Brady too. And I say that with all due. And then my other top guy is tied at number 1 too, is Luke Fickell, right down there. He's an Ohio State guy. I know you don't like that, but like I said, he's an Ohio State guy. He's 48 years old. He was coaching at he had education at Ohio State. He's from Columbus. He played nose guard. Ohio State. He was in New Orleans Saints for 1 year. He started off Ohio State as a grad assistant, Akron D-line, 02-03 Ohio State special teams, 04 Ohio State linebacker coach, 05-10 Ohio State co-defensive coordinator, linebacker coach, 11 Ohio State interim head coach, 12-16 he's Ohio State's co-defensive coordinator, linebacker coach, and now he's the head coach of Cincinnati. Now his portfolio probably looked that good, but that defense looked pretty good versus Alabama this year. The offense did something. They was good enough to beat Alabama on the defensive side. So, like I said before, I'm not opposed to tapping into the Ohio State network of things. And yeah, I like Luke Fickell a lot. Love to bring him on. Him and Matt Campbell top the list. Now, another guy that I like who kind of flaked out in the NFL was Greg Schiano. He's done a lot. He's done a lot with less at Rutgers, in his first tenure and the second tenure. He is 55 years old. He is a Big Ten guy. He has had some failures in the NFL. He's a no nonsense type of guy. He was a linebacker at Bucknell. He's a defensive assistant in Chicago, 96, 97, Penn State DB coach. I mean, look at that. Rampo High School, New Jersey assistant. He went to Rutgers in 89 as a grad assistant, Penn State. So, you know what I'm saying? Miami, Florida, defensive coordinator, Rutgers, 01 to 11. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 12 to 13, then go well. 16 to 18, Ohio State's assistant head coach, defensive coordinator. Then he went back to Rutgers 2 years later, 2020. He was 76 and 81 in college. I mean, he had Rutgers, 11, 21 in NFL, 5 and 2 in both. So this is my guy too. I would like to bring him on. Um, you know, but Matt Rhule, I wouldn't be opposed to Matt Rhule neither. Matt Rhule is a really good football coach as well, too, a college coach. Got it out the mud. He 47, so we had a couple guys that's in their 40s, 48 Luke Fickell, 42 Matt Campbell, 47 here. Apparently, he's not doing good enough. Where he at in Carolina, worked his way. We already went through his kind of resume in another video, but he got the job in Temple, turned Temple around. Turned Temple around, went to New York for the offensive line coach. Then he came back to Temple as the head coach, turned him around there. Did good with Baylor, left Baylor, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, those kind of my four guys. Now, I'm not the most savvy college guy anymore like I used to follow it, but Matt Campbell, Luke Fickell, my top guys, they tied for one. Then I'll probably say Matt Rhule, 3, Greg Schiano, 4. Now, are there some guys when I think about? Definitely so. There are some long shots out there. Yes, let's talk about Tom Brady. The longest of long shots. He just retired. You know what I'm saying? So, why not give him a formal interview? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I know they live a great life. His wife tired of football, but at some point she's gonna get tired of Tom Brady. And why not just kick the tires on and see if he would be interested? Very long shot. Another long shot is Jim Caldwell, right? Can he get a coaching job in the National Football League? Did great in Detroit, local guy, not too far away from Ann Arbor. Detroit is. He'd be excellent. I think he would be able, even at 67 years old, I think he would be able to comprehend the college rules. He's a little old. I think he would be able to comprehend them. I think he would be a great leader for the program, older guy, but I think he could do it. But like I said, the clock is ticking. Another guy outside the box, all right? Even though this won't happen because he outed Stephen Ross, who's a Michigan alum, who's a billionaire, gives a lot of money. Brian Flores, what he's going through right now, I think that's a super duper long shot, longer than Tom Brady, because Stephen Ross is a Michigan guy. A lot of people don't even know Stephen Ross is from Detroit. So I mean, those some guys, super duper long shots to me to think about. But I like Matt Rhule. I wouldn't be mad about it. Like Greg Schiano, I wouldn't be mad about it. He kind of older variety. Like Campbell and Luke Fickell the most. Wouldn't be mad with Matt Rhule. It would be my 3. But yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate, comment, thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase notifications, go live or drop a video. Other than that, man, that's it, man. I appreciate you guys and girls. Keep sharing the content. Check out the College Sports Talk Players, more videos like